All right, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to my stream. Let's wait for my audio echo. It changed things. Let me make sure it still works. At least it should do an echo. I don't hear the echo yet. All right, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. That sounds good. I like that. Welcome to my stream. Cool. All right, so audio did not get affected. Anyways, welcome to the stream. We're going to do some Kerbal. Let me get the game on. We're going to do some Kerbal today. We're going to design, I think we're going to design one new craft. I have an idea. But we're going to mainly do some crew rotations. We actually have to go extract a crew from a facility that's no longer being used. That was early. It was an early career move I made, and I don't think it's needed anymore, so we have to go pull them away. I also need to rotate the crew at the drill site, wherever that is. Drill, drill, drill. And I need to implement a temporary habitation, or because this isn't gonna, so let me see if I can read this correctly here. So so Steamy has got habitation, it says indefinite. So does that mean it's okay? Oh, so over there at these guys who I need to extract, it says their habitation has expired. That's not good. But then it says home. I don't get it. See, too many particulars around this to get it up, to figure it out. So, I mean, we're okay on supplies here. And let's see here. So I think what we have here is these supplies are still being used. These supplies are gone, and these are still being used. All right. So, what I want to do is I want to rotate the crew here, and when I do a crew rotation, I want to bring more supplies. Excuse me. So that's what I want to do for the drill site. Now for the ore, I want to do the same thing, but we also have to bring out an inflatable for the distribution of what it's producing. So we should how do I check here? Heat. Heat's good. Good. How's our power? Electrical's holding good. And then here we have Donfred. They have 70 days of supplies. So again, I want to do... These guys just got out here, but I want to see if I can't rotate them and kind of do... kind of I don't know, kind of a base reset, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. But the first thing is I need to get resupplies for these guys and some better habitation-ish. But to do it, I want to create a vehicle that brings the crew and supplies out, can land, leave the supplies, offload the new crew, load up the new crew, and then a part of that craft takes off, redocks, and it's back. So that's what we're going to try to do here. But the first thing is we're going to go get the crew out at the Minmus Science Lab, because I don't think I'm going to need that anymore. So instead of having the habitation supplies just get kind of, they're going to get squirrely out there, I think. So let's go take a look at them up close. The Minmus Minmus Science Lab, there it is. I mainly use this since I'm doing historical careers, and I was really stretching trying to get science between Kerbin and yeah, I know it looks really I went overboard on everything I needed over here. The one thing I ran into was trying to do a historical career, launch the vehicles that would look fairly close. I couldn't get the parts because I didn't have the science. So I launched this, so I had a means of taking the science from spots around Minmus and have these guys research it and then send it back. It worked out pretty good too. Alright, so we're going to bring a vehicle out here, and we're just going to swing by, pick them up, don't have to dock or anything, and then we're going to head back. It should be a fairly simple craft. We need room for 2 Kerbals. Alright, 2 Kerbals. So we're going to send an unmanned craft. That's what we're going to do. So how can we do 2 Kerbals? There's the lander cannon. That thing's really heavy though. Hardly ever use it. I think Rover Dude has a... Doesn't he have a 2 Kerbal command pod thing that has built-in habitation? Because we do have to... Let's see here. So it's got command, crew... Okay, so we've got 2 Kerbals. It has life support recycler. That's cool. Got a good reaction wheel. It's got some nice SAS on it. Well, we don't have to worry about habitation. We just have to worry about enough supplies to get there and back. Well, they're not going to be used. There. Alright, so how does that look? That looks kind of cool. But we need to send it out unmanned. And we want this to land. So let's get... How much electrical charge does it have? 150. That's decent. So we want to land just this. It's going to have our 2 Kerbals in it. So first of all, we'll need a heat shield. Oops. Okay. We don't need all this ablator. We're just going to put that down to like 80. 160. Pokemaniac, how you doing, man? If we're going to send this out unmanned, we can do this 2 different ways. Ooh, actually. So what I want to do here is to ensure we have power. What is that? That's new. I just updated some mods. I see some new stuff. Alright, so kind of thinking outside the box here. We're going to do this unmanned. I don't have a probe core, but I'm thinking I want to do this though. This is just to go get the Minmus guys. It's okay, don't worry about it, folks. Fine. Let's go back up here. What if we just grab... Oh, that's weird. Why does that have 2 no Ds on it? I don't want that one. I want... That one. Weird. And then what if we stick place? Where's the chutes at? Well, that's going to be too big. Alright, so we're going to have to, whoa! Weird. Oh, I see. It's grabbing the wrong... No, there we go. Alright. So to make that look a little neater... That looks kind of cool, actually. Now, this isn't going to be enough chute, so I think what we should do here is, we're going to grab a couple of these. Again, we're going to, yeah, I'll let them just blend in a little bit. So again, what I'm doing is I'm designing a craft that's going to go out to the Minmus Science Lab that's in orbit. We have to rendezvous with it. We're not going to do a dock or anything like that. And then we're going to land. That's simple. All right. Now, to ensure that we have lasting electricity, because I have no idea what I'm going to endure here, what I want to do is just take a couple of these small batteries. We're going to put them right here. Just like that. Cool. All right, so that's our retrieval pod. So we're going to call this Minmus, not Munmus, Minmus Crew Retrieval. Oops. Is that how you spell retrieval? I think it is. Brain is no worky today. Is that how you spell? It is. I got it right. What do you know? Alright. Alright, so now we just need to get this out to Minmus and back. It's been a while. Let me just take a look at the KSP Delta V map. See if I remember how to read this thing. So Minmus is here. Did I spell retrieval wrong? Oh, I did? Really? No E? Oh, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Retrieval, not retrieval. Cool. Alright, well now I have two crafts that are basically the same. Alright. Hey Alpha, how you doing, man? What was I looking at? So, for Minmus, now we're not going to land. So, I only need to get back to Kerbin. We need only 160? No. What is the return? I mean, is it the same? Yeah, it's got to be the same, right? Basically. So I'm going to say 400 Delta V. I'm not worried about this. So we're going to round this up to 200. So I'm going to say 400. So 800 Delta V is what we need. Cool. Let's find us a decoupler. That looks dorky. God, I wish Squad would come up with a better decoupler. That's fine. All right, so let's set this to Minmus. And let's see what we do for fuel. If I do this with a poodle, what does it do? Do 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 do. That'll do. That's almost way overkill. Alright, but we do need, how much monopropellant does this have? None. Alright. So I need to put some sort of monopropellant on this craft because we do have to do some slight maneuvering, I guess. I guess I could actually do, since I have the Delta V, why could I just use 4 of these? Because I'll have a translation, I think. Let's see. How does that work? Yeah, so there's no fore and aft. Ugh. I really don't need that much. Alright. If I need to go forward and back, I'll just use the engine. That's what I'll do. Hang on one sec. Okay. I was just checking something. Alright, so this is our Minmus craft. It's got more than enough fuel. So now we just need to get this. Need some solar. Okay, we got battery, we got solar. Attach this. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we just need... Put this to Kerbin. That still has enough Delta V to get to... Oh wait, no. We're not landing. So we need 9... We'll see 950 and 400, so that's what? 9, 10, 11, 12. We need 1200 Delta V just to get there, plus another 200, so 1400 Delta V. 14, no, we're going to come up short. If I do that, alright. That's okay. So let's we'll just make a dedicated stage for leaving Kerbin and getting to Minmus. Pretty simple. So again, we'll do decoupler. That's got a reaction wheel. That's going to be fine. We're going to put another reaction wheel here. We just need that. And then let's go. We need to get 1300 Delta V. Probably don't even really need 1300. Gonna be overkill. That's fine. Let's see what happens if we do. Perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. I do. Alright, let's get some strutting going on here. Alright, now let's get off the planet. This needs 3400 Delta V. This is going unmanned, so we need an antenna. Seems a little intrusive. Okay, so yet, you know what I want to do is, I want to make sure these stages pull away. So let's add a little bit of a flare, shall we? I don't know why I call it flare. We're going to add some separatrons. Oops. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put 4 separatrons. So when we stage these guys, ignite the same time we decouple, and it forces it away. Cool. All right. And then we're going to do we are going to do the same thing right here. Oh, that was a bad move, wasn't it? Oops. I thought it would have separated them, but it didn't. All right. I'll just do it over from scratch. All right. So okay, let's go with the decoupler. And let's see what happens if we put I don't need that much there. Let's go with the mainsail. So we're coming up short on our delta V. That's a shame. You know, wonder... we're going to use some SRBs, I think, to help. Yeah. Alright, but again, is what I want to do is take some separatrons. And we're going to put them, again, right here. Okay, that's weird. That was really weird. It's like you didn't know it was there. All right, so we want these go there. Again, we'll do the same thing. All right. Very cool. So, I really don't want that much more rocket. I mean, we're just... I don't know. Alright, let's try this. Do this. Let's do this. Let's grab and add. So we don't want to put it right there. We want to put them right between. Good. I'm going to grab some swivels. We're going to add. Where have I been? You know, life stuff. If you click on that link, that'll kind of give you the hoedown. All right, so let's go ahead and close this up, make this look neater. What do I want to do? I want aerodynamics. We're gonna go with the fins. The fins there. That does not look aerodynamic. Rotate those. And then lower. All right. You know, instead of doing that, why don't I just do... some fuel tanks with them? Why not? Let's try this. Different game plan. So let's build one side. I'm thinking, hopefully, we can get away with this. So if we go and do that, that. Wait a minute. Oh. Cavmac. Wait a minute. Kristen. Oh, I'm gonna forget. Oh, long time. One of my long-standing Google Plus followers. How you doing, Cavmac? I'm ashamed. I'm starting to get to the age where I forget names. That's why I tattoo mine, or I stencil mine. I mostly got it. Kristen. Anyways. Yeah, I failed. Alright, so let's stick an engine under here. Not my fault? Well, good. I don't like it when things are my fault. Even though when they're my fault, I don't like them to be my fault. Christy. Alright, I got the Chris right. So you didn't even see me look to my other monitor to try to fake a Google search. Alright. That's to help with control. How are you doing? And if you want to blame me for your lack of twitch, that's fine. That's okay. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a nose cone. I want to go to aerodynamics, grab this, grab that, and we're going to make this a little bit more flushy. Flush. Alright, cool. Alright. You moved over to that other place in September thanks to Earn. Wow, new job. Cool. Alright, so what I need to do is I want to make sure that these separate. So, and this is why I build one side at a time, so I don't have too much going on at once. So what we're going to do is grab another thing, Sepratron here. Actually, let's do this though. Do it from the top. Oops. Wrong key. It's wrong key again. There we go. Yeah, that'll work better. And there. Now we have a Sepratron there. We'll put the reaction wheel back. Put the nose cone back. Offset the nose cone so it looks neater. So now we have our separation, so when this stages, we're going to adjust all that. Now, is what I want to do is I want to ensure that we don't use up all this fuel. We want to use this just for boost, but we want to utilize the fuel so we kind of stretch our delta V. So we're going to take some fuel lines and we're going to put them, oh geez, tight fit. Tight fit. Alright, I'll figure this out. Alright, there we go. I got it. Here we go. I'm going to put the fuel line right there. And then we'll bring it over here. Cool. Then is what we want to do is we want to make sure we strut that. Strut that. Strut that. Alright. Then is what we do is we grab this decoupler. We're going to replace it in a little bit better position. And we're going to make 4 of them. Maybe just 3. Alright, let's make sure we get all of our staging correct here. So the main engine comes down here. The Separatrons go with that decoupler. So now we're coming up 100 delta V short, and that's going to be fine because we do have the next stage has got some excess. That'll be just fine and dandy. That's right, I said fine and dandy. So again, is what we're doing is we're attaching some external boosters, but the fuel that's going to sit in these will feed the core. So when these detach, this core will still remain fuel. So we'll still get our boost, which is just awesome. And once they detach, we'll lose weight and we'll still venture forth up to the skies. All right, so what I want to do is I want to make sure we do some aerodynamic stuff here. I want to make sure our drag, I want to turn off yaw. I want to reduce this to about 70-ish. Cool. And then we'll also put some launch stability doohickey thingamabobs. So we should be launching 4 engines, 3, 4. Let loose of the clamps. We will burn these 3 engines. Then we'll decouple. We'll fire off the Separatrons. And the main stage keeps going. Then we get up here, we stage, fire off that engine. So it looks good. Let's make sure we're not taking anyone. This is just to go to retrieve the Minmus scientists that have been out there for quite a long time. All right. Oh, now we're going to come back. Supplies. It takes like 15 days to get back, so I want to make sure I take enough supplies. I don't want them to go, you know, eating the cushions or anything like that. So we can attach, I think probably just 2. What does that do? 12 days. Okay, it's kind of stretching it. Let's add, we'll do 4 so we keep the symmetry. All right. Well, let's see what the supplies say. Nice. Cool. Always good to go overkill, I think. So 142 off the launch pad, and we're going to have the boosters for 30 seconds. We're coming up 100 and... math. 130 delta V short. But again, this stage is overbuilt, so we can borrow from that, and that will be fine. Once again, let's make sure we have no stowaways. No stowaways, excellent. Do a save, and I want to make sure we should be okay. All right, let's put on the launch pad. Let's do a launch. So apparently you weren't following me on Twitter. How'd that happen? I don't know. I have heard many rumors that both Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, they just like to randomly unfollow people. I don't know. Alright. So let's go ahead and get the computer online here. We're going to put this at low altitude. Everything looks good. And let's see here. 3, 2... Oh, night launch. Cool. Alright, nothing blew up. That is always a plus when nothing blows up on the launch pad. Not saying it happens often. I'd clean up my screen here a little bit. Go away. Go away. Yes, the unfollow bugs. They need to... I don't know that word. Guineas? Bug swatters. Oh, I get it. Ginormous. Got it. Got ginormous. Alright, there goes our boosters. They separated just fine and dandy. Do I have lights on this thing? This thing light up? Lights, lights, lights. There's no lights. Alright. Oh, it does have life support. That's kind of cool. Didn't know that. Alright. We're going and going. We are flying. Soaring. Again, not a very complicated rocket. Ginormous. Wonder how big ginormous is. I'm sure Google has an answer. Oh, I got the munchies all of a sudden. Oh, I think our boosters landed in the parking lot. I'm not paying for the damages. No, I am not. Alright, so according to this, we have a little over a minute left on our main stage. And this is supposed to get us nearly to orbit. We're going to borrow a little bit from this stage. And this stage's primary is to get us to Minmus, which is over budget. That's fine. Looking at electrical charge looks good. Cool. Alright, coming up on our 80-kilometer apoapsy here. Bigger than enormous, smaller than gargantuan. Really? I thought gargantuan would be larger than enormous. Just me. Alright. We're going to coast. We're going to circularize. See how much. We have 1,066 left in the stage on Delta V. Let's see how much our orbit's going to cost us. Okay, so like I said, we're going to have to borrow about 100. There goes our power generation. There goes our solar panels. And again, this is an unmanned craft that's going out to our Minmus Science Station that we used during the early part of our career to, well, collect science, research science. And we're going to go pick up the crew because they've been out there for a long, long time. And I don't want them to, well, I think they've run out of Mad Libs and coloring books, so we want to make sure they stay sane. And I hear they have not touched the Rubik's Cube, so I understand. By the way, drinking Lipton iced tea, sweetened. Yes, yes, yes. Very good stuff. Alright, coming up on stage. See if I did this right. Should. Look at that. So cool. Cool. Alright, so that was suborbital also, so that should actually drift down and burn up in the atmosphere. Look at this little tiny rocket. It's like it's got no substance. Alright. Alright, so now we are going to go to Minmus. It's been a while. Let's set that as a target. Let's go ahead and... What am I doing? Did I update the mission? Did I? I think I did. Yeah, we're doing crew rotations and supply drops. So we're going to go pick up the crew that's at the Minmus Science Lab. We don't need it anymore, so we're just going to let it float out there. And if we have to reuse it, we'll reuse it. But I need to bring those guys back. Guys and gals. It's just time. That's all. So let's go ahead and drop a maneuver node right here. Let's pull a little retrograde. Anything's floating in space. And okay, so there's the moon wants to do an encounter. It's not very nice. Let's pull this over this way. A little trouble getting the maneuver over. There we go. Alright, there's something. No. It's a curb and escape. I don't want a curb and escape. It looks like the mun is going to troll us. Oh. Minmus is a challenge, mainly because it's at an inclination. What I'm trying to do is obviously the angle is wrong because the moon keeps snagging us. Well, if I want to go to the moon, that'll work. But I don't want to go to the moon. I'll go to Kerbin, or go to Minmus. Not gonna work. Sorry, is it just that my internet is being slowed because I have to re-download all my software back to the computer because I had to reinstall my... what do you mean? I don't know. Is anyone else having buffering problems? Well, let's see here. If I go to, hang on, let me see. If I do a check up, I think this command works. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go find out. Now, there's a big storm in my area, so my internet could be impacted. But when I checked earlier, it said everything was okie dokie. But let's see what Twitch Analyzer here says. I'm not going to worry about the keyframe, but the quality on both the frame and the audio looks good. So, don't know what to say. I don't need that up. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, trying to get Minmus here. Without the mun getting in the way. Might have to just let the mun get in the way. I don't want it to. Oh, alright, let's try this again. Minmus is our target. Drop a maneuver node, say right here. Kind of a challenge. Especially when I have all these little things in the way. Yeah, there's the mun. I think the mun is going to troll us. Well, I can do this another way, so where the mun won't troll us, but it's going to use up fuel. Again, we do have over budget, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and match our alignment. You don't have to do this, but this is going to get the mun out of the way because I can't get a good encounter. So what we're going to do here. I don't know what to tell you, Poke. It worked fine. You saw it. Maybe your internet's having issues. I don't know. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to use... I'm going to say match planes. Cool. All right. So if I go click on that same URL, I bring it right over here and I type in Gamer Circle. Make sure you spell it right. It's working. And if I go and use Twitch Inspector, it says it's stable, no delay, everything looks good. Don't know what to tell you, dude. Alright, so this is going to get us on the same inclination as Minmus, and then should no longer give us a troll with the mun. So it burns up 200 delta V to do it, 240. Thanks, Furby. Alright, now let's see. Now we should actually be able to do this. Where is it? Yep. Cool. Alright. Alright, we are on our way. Again, 920 for the or to the Minmus burn, and we have 977. So that's more than enough to get us there. And again, that's all the stage was for. Very lonely out here in space. That was a lot of work. I mean, is what you're supposed to do is wait until Minmus is in the proper alignment. I didn't want to. So that's the price you pay. There's probably snow got gathered on the internet dish. Yeah, could be. Go up there with a broom. No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Alright, so we're on our way. So we're going to do a course correction here. Because this course is going to put us smack dab into the... Well, actually, it's not. Wow, cool. But is what we want to do is we do want to alter... because our target is sitting at 200, so we want to have like a 300 ish, or yeah, 300. I'm gonna sit here and fight with this all day. Alright, fine. I'll use tools. Alright. Fine. Fine. That's close enough. Close enough. Alright. So our mid-course correction is going to be in 2 days. It's going to cost barely any fuel. And this mid-course correction takes us from a low periapsy to a higher periapsy. And then it's what we're going to do is we're going to get a circular orbit. And it looks like we're going to be slightly out of phase with our target. And again, we're not going to dock. We are going to rendezvous. And we're going to have the scientists just EVA, hop in this craft, and then we're going to bring them back to Kerbin. That's the plan. Why is all of a sudden this weird blader? That's weird. Okay, that's really weird. Alright, anyways, maybe it goes away. So we're gonna plop a maneuver node here. Let's put on the brakes and try to, we're gonna do that again because there's a feature in Kerbal that I don't like. I don't care for it because my mousing skills are atrocious, that sometimes when you have the mouse over the node and you scroll with the mouse, it adjusts, and I don't like that feature. No, I don't. Okay, so what I want to do here, I want to get as best possible of a circular orbit, so 301 by 302. Whoa. Try that a little more. 301.7, 302. That's close. 174. So we're going to have to stage regardless. And what is up with this? I don't know what's causing that. Rude. So we're going to have this heat shield thing reminding us, even though I can click on it. Weird. Don't know. Alright. So say goodbye to Kerbin. Hello to Minmus. Hello, Minmus. Weird. Strange things are happening with my craft. Hey, Apollo 16. So in the progressive historical mod that I use, Apollos 14 and 16 landed on Minmus instead of the Mun. That's fine. Look at the little tiny guy. I don't know why that's doing that. Alright, so there's our orbit. And let's see how we are with our target here. We are off. So we're gonna again spend some fuel. We want to match to make for an easier rendezvous. We are going to, we're here, so over, where do I want to do this at? So we're right here, so right about here is what we're going to do, is we're going to make a maneuver node right about here, and we want this 4.1, or minus 4.1, to be as close to 0 as possible. What that means is that when we do our rendezvous, it'll be easier. It really will. I mean, you can do it all in one fell swoop, but if we do it in stages, it's not as efficient fuel-wise. There's our 0. But it makes it easier. I don't know why the heat shield indicators, this information is stuck here. Might have something to do with this. I don't know. So this is going to, again, it's going to align us inclination-wise or phase-wise, however you want to refer to it. And hopefully it'll allow us to get a better rendezvous with the station. And again, we have 1500 Delta V. Plenty of Delta V. Alright, let's do a F5 here. Then what we'll do is we'll drop a maneuver node. Our target's apoapsy is 203. We want to bring our altitude down to the same. So right now we have something. There we go. We're at 198-ish. So let's see here. Oops, my bad. Try that again. Oops, wrong way. And we might have to do a couple orbits, then move our maneuver node to get an intercept, like that. This one's got a 5.8, that one's got a 6.3. We're gonna go that one, so I'm gonna tag it, right mouse click, tag it. And we're gonna do some adjusting here, see if we can't get that down within a kilometer. Cool. So do an F5, so that's going to be 3 laps around the track, so to say, and then we're going to spend 6.1 delta V to get that intercept. And again, I don't know why this is trailing out there. I can't right mouse click, make it go. It's not pinned. Whatever. Oh, it was stuck. I mean, it shouldn't have been doing that, but okay. It's gone. Yay. So that burn right there is going to decrease our orbit on one side so that we get a rendezvous with our target. So let's go ahead and accelerate time a little bit here. So this is us, this is our target, and that's where our intercept is. So what we're going to do is we are going to warp to about here. And warp to here. Again, this is our actual intercept, not this one. There's our target. So this is kind of like a Soyuz coming up and retrieving the crew. Sorta. We'll do an F5. We're going to accelerate past the orange marker, and I think that'll make the pink purple one become orange once we pass that rendezvous. Yep. Oh no, it made it orange. Alright, that's fine. So according to this, our rendezvous is in about 25 minutes. So we're going to, again, we're just accelerating time. So we have a separation of, that says 0.8 kilometers, and I have another plugin or another mod that says 0.4. So let's go ahead and point us, well, probably don't need to point retro. Is what I want is this target separation to be 0. So I'm just going to slowly point towards our target and burn. And as you can see here, the separation is going down. Alright, cool. That's our target. We have, in 2 minutes, in 40 seconds, we'll intercept at the Minmus Science Lab. We're going to head, but we have some speed to deal with, so what we'll do is we'll turn around in a retrograde so we can slow down. So we do have RCS to help kind of maneuver us, but we don't have any RCS for forward and back. We're just going to use the engine. So we're doing F5 here, and we're going to accelerate time to get us within 2 kilometers. Alright. And then we'll slow us down. Now again, Minmus is very forgiving when it comes to speed and delta V and all that kind of stuff. Alright. So let's get a little closer. So we're still on target. It's a Star Wars reference. Alright. Now what we'll do is we'll slow down. And then we'll use RCS. We're still pretty much on target. So what we'll do is we'll try using some RCS to get us right back on target. And again, we're not docking. We just want to get really close. Then we want to stop and let the guys EVA over into their journey home back to Kerbin. Yep. So when we get to right about here, we'll do some more RCS. All right. Not very exciting, but the whole prospect of being able to rendezvous with another craft in space is pretty cool. It's not very sexy, I'll give it to you. It's just packed with supplies and habitation, and because these guys are out here just doing nothing but science. Science for the team. Alright, so what I can do here is we're still moving very slowly. So what I can do is limit this engine down to almost nothing. And we can get this down to, let's flip over towards the target again. We're moving very slowly. Alright, cool. Now what I'm going to do is bring us to a stop, or to a standstill. Alright. Then what I'm going to do is use RCS to kind of push us closer. Alright, so relative motion is pretty much 0. We're 20 meters away, so we can switch over here. And let's have them go EVA. And we should have a craft waiting for us. There it is. So hopefully I didn't do all this for nothing and they can actually board this craft. Little taps on the RCS. Whoa. Said little taps. Little taps. For some reason I'm not getting a board. That's not a hatch. I can't board? Well, this is... Oh, that's not the board. That's not the hatch. There's this. I found it. It's a window. It's trying to go through the window. My bad. I'm sure someone was going to tell me, Andy, that's not how you do it. Cool. Alright. Well, there's only one hatch, 2 windows. Makes sense. Alright, so let's go get our other crewman. And before we do this, let's shut everything down. We'll stop habitation here. Stop it there. And then we'll... Wait, is there anything else that's doing habitation? Stop that. And then we'll stop life support there. Alright. Cool. And then we'll do the same thing. So if I need to get more science, I can resend, I can send more scientists out here, and we can pick up the science where they left off. Okay, let's make sure we find the hatch this time instead of the window. My bad. I'm getting hungry. Alright, so now we got our 2 crewmen aboard. And if we check our supplies, it's very dark. They have 61 days. Hey, RG, how you doing, man? They have 61 days. Am I reading that right? Alright, that's more than enough. I don't even have to turn on the life support. But if I do turn on life support, I have to close and reopen. It still says 61. Habitation indent. Oh, that's what we went up, right? So if I... Where's it at? Stop. I don't understand this sometimes. Alright, well anyways, they should be fine. Alright, let's return this back to normal thrust. And what we want to do is get away from the station ever so slightly. We're about to smack into it. All right. So now we're going to go to Kerbin. We don't need... we don't need... Oh. Did I just mess that up? I did. There we go. What I wanted to do was say... There. Alright, so now, all we have to do is create a maneuver node. Which way are we going? That way. Alright. We're going to make a maneuver node back here. Pull prograde, not retro, sorry. We're going to pull prograde. So we have 1400 delta V, more than enough. Alright. And then we want to maneuver. Actually, we're going to still do this until our PE is low as possible. 28. Come back up. Alright. Right about there. Then we're going to move our maneuver node so our PE gets as low as it can. Then again we just adjusting where we do our... Whoa. Yeah, that's good. Little troll by the mun again. So we want to get our Kerbin periapsy to about 40. For re-entry. Alright, so 188. Again, more than enough fuel. And that's going to happen in 58 minutes. So we'll turn off the excess screens we got going on here. Do this burn. Make sure we don't hit the station. I think we are. Right there. See you later. Make sure the engine is good. Alright, here we go. Burning towards Kerbin. Can't believe this doesn't have lights. Bummer. No lights. Alright. So if I did that correctly, we should have a periapsis of 40. Cool. All right, so we'll do an F5. And we'll go ahead and leave the sphere of influence of Minmus. Now we're on a trajectory to enter the atmosphere of Kerbin, where we are going to land. Now this is the first time using this command pod, so hopefully we don't have any issues. So we're going to go ahead and just warp right to about here. Okay. So we're going to point, turn off RCS, we're going to point prograde. And we're going to decouple. And we're going to point that way. And then we're going to enter the atmosphere and hopefully land. All right. I like that command module. Salamander, I think. I don't know what this is. One of yeah, it is. It's one of Rover Dude's, because I have MKS installed, so I got this new command pod. I'm trying it out. We're getting warm. There goes our other part of our spacecraft, and it's going to burn up and go bye-bye. So what we're doing here is, as we re-enter the atmosphere, our apoapsy's coming in because we're dragging it in. UFO re-enter Kerbin. It's not a UFO. It's a MyFO. I can identify that. So as we are re-entering, and we're about 30 seconds from the periapsis, we're dragging the apoapsy in. How you doing, Jeb? Still maintaining about a 30-second distance from the periapsis with our apoapsy. It's coming in pretty fast. Our blader's hanging tough. We have more than enough. Battery is coming down just a little bit. That's SAS doing that. I didn't turn on life support, did I? I did not. Alright. Alright. Re-entry looks good. Alright, and flip-flop on the PENS. There we go. Yoink, yoink. Cool. We're definitely going to land. Definitely. Looks like landfall. Somewhere over here. Kerbin. I don't know where this would be. It's Kerbin, India. So Kerbin, Asia. Alright. Oh, why do I have that open? Let's get rid of that. There we go. But it looks like a usual UFO. Alright. Can we just say it's a free-falling piece of debris? An FFPD? Free-falling piece of debris. So FFPOD? An FFPOD. A FPOD? Sounds French. A FPOD. That doesn't sound French. Probably just insulted French. France. Alright, so we're going to turn off SAO so we don't need it. It's very dark in there. Ooh, I wonder can, oh, look at that! Get some readouts. Cool. Way to go, rover dude. Okay, I want to get out now. Thank you. That's a cool looking craft. Alright, I'm gonna pop a chute, but it's not gonna... Oh, there we go. Not gonna inflate for a while. Pop the other two. It's weebling and wobbling. So I think, what are these chutes set for? 1,000, and then so at 1,000, all of them will hit. Oh, the G-force is gonna go. Rover dude, if you ever watch this, can we have some lights on this? I think it'd look cool. I think there's actually a mod that illuminates all command pods. Power coupler, not landed. Duh. I'll take that. I think they're getting loose. There we go. Alright. They're still rocking. No, not so much. Alright. Alright, so that was a crew retrieval from the Minmus Science Lab Observatory Station, Science Station. And the sole purpose was I did a series of landings and orbits around Minmus, collected the science, took it to that station, and they took that science and researched it over and over. And that way I had this ever-repeating source of science. Because I was running out of getting science from the Mun, and I'd only done a couple Eve missions, so I wasn't getting a whole lot of science. I was kind of staggering on what I could do. So I had to implement a secondary plan. Alright, so this should be without incident of landing. Pretty much. I went overkill on the chutes. Just didn't know. Nice, soft-ish landing. Wow, that's storm outside. They've the counties have been giving out free sandbags and stuff like that. We're gonna get so much rain. Alright, cool. And we brought back some science. Very cool. Back some peeps. Speaking of peeps, I need some more pilots. Scientist, technician, biologist. Okay. Pilot. 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 Alright, cool. Alright. So the next thing I'm going to do is, that was weird. Graphic problem. The next launch, we want to, since resupply, drop some sort of habitation and 2 new crew replacements for what we have out there at the Mun in 2 different locations. And we will do that next stream because I'm going to go take a break and eat something, and hopefully I should return, depending upon the storm. It's really bad. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. You know, if you're not following me, give me a follow on Twitter or on Twitch. And either do some more Kerbal, or I might also be doing maybe some Fallout 4 Nuka World. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, guys, you guys have a good one. Thanks a lot so much for following. I really do appreciate it. I will see you guys next time.